warm welcome once again to TCR Asia. It's round 8 of the championship, and we're once again in China at the Zhejiang International Circuit. And we'll also be including with TCR Asia the TCR China Championship, a very competitive national championship. It's been a good season so far, but it's been dominated once again by the Engstler Motorsport team. But this year in the Liqui Moly Team Engstler Hyundai i30N TCR. It's also the choice of a lot of their competition, like the Solite Indigo Racing team with Pepe Oriola. So Hyundai have dominated TCR Asia, but it's the Engstler team from Germany that are leading the way with 3 rounds to go. Round 8 here in Zhejiang, and then it's off to the final race in Thailand. But let's hear from the man leading the way at the moment, Luca Engstler, about his season so far.
Yeah, definitely. It's amazing how many titles I could already win. But yeah, like I said, my goal is to become a factory driver in WTCR. I'm pushing every day for this. I try to do my best every weekend. Yeah, like I said, I'm training a lot, I prepare a lot, and for sure the goal is to become one day a world champion.
Well, this youngster has certainly achieved a lot already. A Middle East champion, an Asian champion, currently racing in Europe and leading the way again here for Hyundai's junior team in Asia. It's been a busy, busy year.
I would not say confused, but doing that many championships and like nearly every weekend the race is quite tough. But for this I have to train a lot. But I think the more often you sit in the car, the better it is. You always learn. For sure it's tough. Now I'm flying after this race back home to Austria for the next round of TCR Europe. Then we have like 5 races back to back. With the jet lag and everything is not easy, but I mean, I love this job and I'm so proud and happy that that I can do this.
It's been another brilliant season so far, following the footsteps of his father on the left there, Franz Engstler, a champion himself in Asia, and of course, who the team is named after. But Luca is a chip off the old block, but he still feels that he's got a lot of learning to do if he wants to make the world stage.
I won 5 out of 6 races, which is amazing, but for now I don't really have the focus on this. I want to learn, I want to improve, and I don't keep the focus now on a championship or something. As I said, I just want to learn as much as possible, and then I think now it's already still a bit too early to look on a championship.
It's interesting he says that, because a win here in round 8 could lock up the title for the young German.
I would not say that championship is more in focus. For me, the focus is to learn, to understand the car, to become to work close with Hyundai Motorsport, also with Hyundai Germany. So the focus is the same on every weekend, and I just try to do my best.
They say that to become a good racing driver, you need track time as much as you can get, and that's exactly what Luca is getting in Europe.
Yeah, definitely. TCR Europe this year is amazing tough. The lineup is just simply crazy with 39 cars. I think the top 20, everyone can win in this championship. But I have to say, when I did my wild card in Slovakia in WTCR, that was just insane. The craziest weekend for me. Amazing to fight with that many, or against that many World Championship titles. You know, I was on P14 in qualifying. Behind me like 4 World Championship titles. So you push like crazy, but then you have guys like Miller, Taquini, Michelic, Huff. You know, I watched them since I'm a child, and our race against them was just an amazing feeling for me.
Racing against world champions now, but it won't be long before he's won himself.
To be honest, that's since I'm a child, that's my goal, to become a world champion. I know that I'm not ready now, but I'll be next year, and I just want to learn, and then we'll see. I mean, to win a title like this, you can't come in the first year and you win it. I mean, it's impossible. So my goal is to learn, to understand, and then I hope I'll get the chance. If I get it, then for sure I will push like crazy, and maybe one day it's the time to think about something like this.
So for now, it's back to the work of winning in Asia with his dad, Franz. But what about his heroes? Franz Engstler may be one of them, Certainly he's proud of his son. Who does Luca look up to in the motor racing world?
Okay, you said beside my dad. Normally I would answer my dad because this guy is crazy for me what he did, what he achieved from nothing to become a world champion. But beside him, there are a few. I would say for sure Gabriele Tacquini, Norbert Michelic. Then we have Rob Huff for sure. I raced against him. I always ask him for some tips. The same with Gabriele. We're chatting a lot, and I always ask and try to figure out some secrets about the car, where I can improve. And it's just amazing also to have contact with these guys.
Well, there's no doubt that Luca Engstler is on the way to his ambition of becoming a world champion. But now he's got to conquer Asia. He certainly did that last time out in round 7. Let's take a look at the highlights then of Zhejiang, round 7. Luca Engstler was on pole position for the start on the left-hand side. Daniel Lloyd of Great Britain, the British champion, was alongside him, racing in the China Championship. Pepe Oriola, one of the world's greats, started in 3rd position and couldn't get past Lloyd for quite some time, and that allowed Luca Engstler to head off into the distance. Lloyd defending quite rightly, but of course Pepe Oriola was in the Asian Championship. Meanwhile, Lloyd was fighting for the Chinese Championship, so Pepe and Lloyd didn't need to fight, and eventually Pepe would make the move and get past the Englishman. But by then, Luca Engstler, as you can see, was already a long way up the road. Lloyd doing a really good job until this moment, where he went wide. That allowed Pepe through, and through going with him was the Chinese entry, Huang Chu Han in the Audi. Pepe Oriola then up to 2nd place, Han in 3rd, and Lloyd dropping to 4th place. In came Douglas Koo, tyre burst and some damper issues. Back came Han on Pepe, so the race wasn't done by any means. Meanwhile, Luca Engstler using all of their fighting to increase his lead. Pepe finally squeezing his way through, but not this time. And this was a battle that would go on throughout the race. And Han racing at home, not in the mood to relinquish that 2nd position in the Audi. And of course, as they fought, just played into the hands of Luca Engstler, who increased his overall lead lap after lap. Oriola finally making his move up the inside, the door left open by Han. Through went Oriola, and Lloyd would then get into a battle for the China Championship with his arch rival Han. Crossing the line then to win 3 in a row here in China, Luca Engstler with another dominant victory. Well done to Luca Engstler, now leading with 168 points going into round 8. Diego Moran of Ecuador with 128. And in 3rd place for the Soul Light Indigo Racing Team, Pepe Oriola of Spain with 108.
Yeah, but at the end I was happy with the car, with the race. I mean, 3rd place is not ideal for me, but yeah, I mean, tomorrow I start 5th, so 1 position on front. So yeah, let's see. I mean, this track would be very important to try to pass as much cars as possible in the first turn, so let's see tomorrow.
We did a really good job in qualifying, P2. I was really happy with the lap that we did and the performance. This weekend we're carrying maximum weight ballast from Shanghai and extra as well for the BOP. And I think it's really tough to carry that weight around this circuit in a race condition.
Had a good battle with the Solid Indigo Kim, so I was right behind him for a good 2 to 3 laps, and entering the first corner I tried the opportunity to take, and I overshot and lost some places back. But towards the end I was able to get him 3 to 4 laps later, and then I'm slowly catching up to the Malaysian Adam Khalid, but there was not enough laps. But I can say, you know, my team was here, my team did a great job. Hopefully tomorrow I can do a lot better. I'll be starting 1st place tomorrow, so we'll see how it goes.
Another huge crowd here in Zhejiang for round 8 of TCR Asia combined with TCR China. And as you heard there, Daniel Miranda, the Filipino, will start in pole position, a reverse grid, and that means the faster men will hope to try to come through, and Miranda will do everything he can to keep that pole and keep that lead. He's not yet won for Eurasia Motorsport. He's got a good chance here today. Miranda then in pole position, Martin Zi of China, then Adam Khaled, Kenneth Look, Diego Moran needing the points ahead of Kim, Wang Chuhan, and Pepe Oriola starts 7th, and that's a good opportunity then for Diego Moran. Further down, Rodolfo Avila, who had a spin last time out in the MGX power car, and Roland Hurtner looking to get laurels again in the Cup competition. So we're all set for round 8. And so far, this Zhejiang circuit has thrown up some excellent racing. It's tight, it's twisty, it dives around the hill, up and down Vale. The green flag waves, and Miranda on the left-hand side will try to defend his position from the start. Out go the lights, away we go. And Martin Z in the Honda doesn't get away as well as the man from the Philippines who leads the way into turn 1. Nicely done by Miranda. Just what he wanted. Good start from Adam Khaled as well in the number 4. He slots into 4th position. But it is Miranda who leads. On board now with Pepe Oriola in the 74 with work to do, as you can see. A lot of traffic ahead of him with that reverse grid start. But Pepe will side his way through. Through to the lead goes Martin Z in the Honda. Nicely done. Oh, back comes Miranda and takes him out. But somehow, Z holds on. And that was a miraculous turn of events. Somehow, though, everyone survives. But the big winner, without a doubt, as the 55 continues in 2nd place, is Diego Moran, who picks up the lead. Pepe Oriola trying to shove his way and does so. Past Miranda into 3rd place. And he'll go now in pursuit of Diego Moran. But what a turn of events in the opening lap as Diego Moran, who really needs a victory now to keep the championship alive with Luca Engstler, gets into the lead and is gifted that lead. And Martin Z showing no signs of real ill effect from that big smash from Miranda continues in 2nd place. Pepe Oriola is 3rd and Miranda in 4th at the moment. Wow. Big drama then at the start of this one, round 8. As we go back on board with 3rd place, Pepe Oriola trying to get through on Z. Coming into the last turn, he's leaving it very late. He tries to go around the outside and makes it just about. And Z with problems on that right rear. I think the bodywork rubbing on that rear tyre where he was hit by Miranda. That's why he jigged to the outside there. And meanwhile, Diego Moran building on his lead as we go back on board with Oriola, who went wide, of course, after that last corner incident. He's now chasing Miranda, the Eurasia man. Gets past him. And here comes Han again. Now, they had a good battle last time out in round 7. Here's another look at the start. And one car stuck on the grid right from the start was James Wong in the Audi. And that was some scary moments for him. Luckily, nobody hit him. Here it is from Luca Engstler's point of view. He got away very well, and you can see just missing the Audi there. But look how fast he was going as he passed him. That was the crash again. Miranda into Martin Z. Somehow recovers it. Brilliant driving by the Honda Civic driver, but you can see the bodywork rubbing on the tyre, showing more as he came into the left-hander. And now Diego Moran, you can see the lead he's got now over Pepe Oriola. And then the real battle is back here. Luca Engstler trying to side his way through. He's got some traffic, including Han in the number 81 Audi. He gets past Daniel Miranda, Luca Engstler. And Luca Engstler on the move then here in Zhejiang. And recovering from what was a tough start, having to get past the Audi that was stuck of James Wong. Now, bit by bit, making his way through. Still a long way to go in this one. But at the moment, in full control, Diego Moran. And if he can hold on to this lead, and if Engstler stays where he is, the championship will stay open for the final 2 rounds at Bang Sian in Thailand. And that's just what we want. See it go all the way to the wire. That said, Luca Engstler has got other ideas, and he's all over the rear end of Pepe Oriola right now. And as he said, he's got some big heroes in TCR, and he wants to show Hyundai that he's as good as Pepe, and that's a great benchmark for him, because Pepe Oriola has been driving TCR cars since he was 16. There's the 55 of Martin Z. They were just checking the bodywork. And he gets back out again, bouncing over the curves here through the S's after turn 1. And up the hill they go. Perfect circuit for these TCR cars. Very tight indeed, 1.9 miles, twisting around the hill here. Huge crowd on hand to watch it as well. And putting on a show, 2 of the best, both in Hyundai's, different teams. Luca Engstler going wide, Pepe hangs him out to dry, and somehow Engstler keeps going. Luckily the board he hit, now he's hitting Pepe, not happy with that. But Oriola showing no love to the young German. And Engstler having to take to off-roading and takes one of the boardings out. Luckily, it was made of soft substance, so it didn't affect him. And here comes the German again. And as these two fight, into the battle comes the Audi of Wang Chuhan. And we've seen already, here's another look. On the asphalt he goes, on the grass here, takes out the 100-meter board or the braking point. Boom! And Pepe Oriola, well, I wonder if the stewards may look at that, because that was a tough move by the Spaniard, but these two have been at each other's throats all season long, and I think they're both enjoying the experience. The last person that Pepe needs to be beaten by is a younger person in a similar car. And I was about to say that Pepe's been racing TCR since he was just a teenager of 16, so he remembers what it's like to be Luca Engstler on the way up, and now he's the target. Good racing though. And as these guys fight, off into the distance goes Diego Moran for what will be another historic victory if he can pull it off for the young Ecuadorian. He's been racing here in TCR Asia for 4 years now. Look at Luca Engstler, all over the back of Pepe. But where to make the overtake? You saw Pepe doing it in the last corner. Martin Quick watching on as his Eurasia man. Daniel Miranda dropping back a little bit, having started pole, but still doing a very good job, the young Filipino. Remember the cup competition between Roland Hertner, Douglas Koo, and KK Wong. Daniel Lloyd not showing as strong here in round 8. The young Brit, the British champion in the Honda Civic, number 77. And he's in a good battle with Adam Khaled of Malaysia. Meanwhile, a great move by the number 9, Rodolfo Avila of Macau, as he goes through on the number 12 from the Dongfeng Honda team of Zhao Ziru. And these two both battling for the Chinese championship. Good to see Rodolfo Avila. He's raced so much around Asia in different cars and different race series. Great character, and I'm sure he'll be at the Macau Grand Prix again as they cross the line again. This battle's not over though yet, as Zhao continues to give him trouble. And back up the inside he comes at turn 1. Oh, and Rodolfo has to lift off. Well done by the Honda. I think that battle's going to continue. Rodolfo Avila with his hands full. Back with Diego Moran, leading the way, the Ecuadorian. And let's have a look at the gap now as he's pulled away considerably. Pepe Oriola still under massive pressure. And it looks as though this battle will go all the way to the end as well. Pepe put a good result in round 7. A good podium. Oh, and a big lock up there by Engstler. Oh, Engstler getting it completely wrong, and he almost tumbled into the back of Pepe Oriola. Meanwhile, Han goes through after that mistake by Engstler. So, Huang Chu-han, who's in the Chinese Championship, leads the way in this race, and Engstler will be frustrated because he knows he's not battling Han, but he knows that was a mistake of his own against Pepe Oriola, and we mentioned earlier, he just wants to prove himself against the Spaniard. Now he's got to build again, I don't think he does. Yes, nicely done. Quickly past the Audi, that's good composure by the young German. He pulled himself together quickly there. A lesser driver would be still beating himself up inside the helmet. But Engstler knows what he did wrong. Just put it behind him. This is what you've got to do. Meanwhile, Rodolfo Avila in his battle with the number 12, Zhao Ziyu of China, continues. And in comes James Wong. Now that was the man who I think was stuck on the grid at the start of the race. I think it is, yes. Back with Luca Engstler. Here's another look. Yeah, he swerved to the inside thinking he was going to make a move. By then, he was too close to the rear of Pepe Oriola, who was under braking at that point anyway. Who here in the closing stages has got Daniel Miranda, the hard-charging Filipino, right there with him. And this is going to be a great battle to the end. But I don't think either of them are going to catch Diego Moran, the Ecuadorian, with a considerable lead now. Here's that lockup from Engstler from his rear-facing camera. Just got on the brakes a little too hard and he ran out of room, quite literally. Now, can Miranda build a charge? Looks as though Han's going to win the Chinese Championship here in round 8. Meanwhile, Rodolfo Avila continuing his battle, and this has been a cracking battle. Zhao will not give up, quite rightly. While Engstler on the move again. And he get past the 81 Audi. Time running out now. I think he's got the better of him on pace anyway. And he has, certainly has. Look at that. Through goes Engstler, back up to second place. To third place, I should say. Pepe Oriola further up the road. Engstler up to third now, but it won't be enough to take the title if Diego Moran wins this race. So the championship on a knife edge now, and you could argue that Luca's risking everything, battling hard here, but that's the way he races, quite rightly. Meanwhile, here comes Roland Hurtner around the outside of the young Chinese Eurasia driver. Can't pull it off this time, Hurtner. And the German has to lick his wounds a little there. As Eurasia's Gao Huyang holds him off nicely. Oh, what a spin there! Hurtner's gone round! I think he's kept it going. Yes, he has. And that's good news for him, but how much has he lost? Luckily, he's going to finish this race, but a mistake there by the German. But he rights it and gets going again. But it's been plain sailing for the Liqui Moly sponsored Hyundai of Diego Moran of Ecuador, who sees the checkered flag and takes victory in round 8. The Ecuadorian choosing the Hyundai over the VW mid-season, and it's now paying off with that victory. Pepe Oriola crosses the line to take second place, and Luca Engstler just holding on to take third over the top Chinese driver in the China Championship, Huang Chu-han, in the Audi RS3 LMS. Something for the Chinese fans to cheer about. Packed house here in Zhejiang, and a good race. So confirmation then, Diego Moran with that win will keep the championship alive. Confirmation of the result, Diego Moran, Pepe Oriola second, Luca Engstler in third, Huang Chu-han, the top Chinese driver in the 81 Liqui Moly team, knew faster than Adam Khalid, getting 5th place over Daniel Lloyd in 6th. Further down, Rodolfo Avila recovered. Daniel Miranda, in the end, finishes for Eurasia down in 15th position. So then, to the podium, and congratulations to a very happy Ecuadorian, Diego Moran. He's got a huge social media following. They follow him on Facebook Live, for all the racers, and are always cheering him on, and it's great to see him on top of the podium.
Well, in the start, I think I managed to take 2 positions. I was third in the 4th corner already, and then these 2 guys in front of me crashed, and then I saw a gap, and I overtook them, and then from that, I concentrate myself to do fast laps, no mistakes, a consistent pace. I saw the board from the pit lane. I was making a gap, so I was confident there. And then it was just managing my race, taking care of my tires, not taking too much risk. Anyhow, I mean, it's always difficult in this track. You don't have any moment to breathe. So yeah, I'm really, really happy.
The start was really good. I managed to avoid one car who also actually got stopped on the grid, which I was lucky because it was pretty close because I was already overtaking. So happy for that. And then in turn 5, I saw the crash between the Honda and Miranda, I think it was. So I took advantage of that, but then I lost some time fighting with Miranda, trying to be fair and don't push him out. He put me on the dirty side of the track in turn 8, which I lost a lot of time, and well, Diego was already gone. But anyways, I was focusing more on defending from Luca than catching Moran, which it allows him to have a comfortable gap. But I mean, you have to defend the position, because if Luca was winning today, he will be champion, so we have to keep our hopes alive for Bang Seng. So my main goal was to don't let him pass for anything.
Yeah, I was pretty fast. I was on P3 then, but Diego was already gone because he had an amazing line in turn 1. So what he did there at the start was just amazing. So I knew now he's only fighting for P2, but also no risk, because like Pepe said, I knew that he will do everything to not leave me through. We had some cool fights, was fair, was hard, but I think that's exactly what the championship needs. At least P3, some good points, and now I'm really looking forward to Bang Seng.
And a check on the points as they stand. Luca Engstler with 183 now. Diego Moran with that win moves to 153 and keeps the championship alive. Pepe Oriola still in the hunt, 126 points. Daniel Miranda of the Philippines moves to 74. In the China Championship, congratulations to Wang Chu Han of China. He wins there. And Roland Hürtner wins in the Cup competition.
Bin dann durch Eigenverschulden.
The team prepared a perfect car. It has been better from outing to outing, and from the setting and from the condition of the car, he would be able to win both races.
War ich unverschuldet und hätte so 2 Laufsiege locker nach Hause gefahren.
Once again, China has thrown up some great races from Shanghai to Zhuhai and here at Zhejiang. But now the scene is set for the perfect finale for the final 2 rounds of TCR Asia. As at the end of August, we head to the beach in Thailand to the Bang Seng race, one of the great circuits of Asia, and the perfect way to finish off the 2019 season. Until then, from me, Jonathan Green, goodbye for now.